Okay, let's get into this. Before anything, I do not have Fear in Ice done because I don't really know what to do for him. But the one that I'm probably going to talk about the most is going to be Shark here for its rework. And remember, this is all speculation. I just personally want to see Hollows have better resurrections than what they do currently. So let's go ahead and start here. Whiplash is a move I thought for the X, which what you can do is have a fast block break, which I kind of I doodled here a little bit, but yeah. It will stun the user if you parry it for a second or two, mainly just keeping it balanced. Dive is probably the one I put the most effort into for this res. Instead of having like that huge puddle under you, I think it should be similar to how Spiral has its critical, where you kind of just have like how it goes into the ground. I think you can dive into the ground similar to how drill works, making it where you have like this little shark fin over here as you can just swim towards your opponent. I think it should be as fast as your flash step to make it balanced, but instead of doing like 2 hits in the ground, I think you should just do 1 instead of the normal dive and hunt, where you do 2 of them. Because the end lag for dive and hunt is insane. Feeding Frenzy, I think this is a perfectly good move, so I think you should just keep it normal. Now here's where we get different with the Segunda. Lagoda is going to be the first move I have, which is actually a move that Harabel used in the anime. So what you would do is you would condense a lot of water into your blade and then fire it out in a shark tooth-like projectile. It's kind of like Cascada, but this is different. Which this will just replace the beam, because let's be honest, no one really likes the beam that much compared to, like, how should I say this? You see people mainly using this in Segunda Res. You see them using any other move, basically. Because the water beam, when a shark player uses it, is probably one of the most annoying things to get hit by, personally. Because it's just tons of stun and damage. So why not condense it all into one attack that just goes outwards? And I actually wanted to add a passive for this called Water Gauge, which would just be like the amount of water you have currently. Which, let me go up here and type it, hold up. I forgot to put that there, sorry y'all. But yeah, going back to this. So once you reach a full bar of your water gauge, you're able to summon an actual tsunami against your opponent. The way you get water gauge is by doing damage in your form, like your resurrection and your Segunda. So it has a lot of payoff to do this. But let's be honest. Whenever you're fighting like Shark right now, and you see him pull out this move, 9 times out of 10 you're going to see people just go into this area, which is like a safe zone from it. And it's basically just a whole nothing burger of a move, let's be honest. The only time you're going to get hit by this move is if you don't see it coming. But I just think having like a actual wall of water for a move, like how Harabel can do it, I think this would be way better, where it's just a flat out wave in front of you. So if people see you condensing it, they could actually be behind you, and then it would not hit them. Alright, for Stark, I changed a few things around. So for the Z move, you're going to have left gun, which is just 3 fast arrows from your left gun. Because let's be honest, when it's Stark, his whole gimmick is his left and his right gun. So left gun would just be 3 fast arrows. They wouldn't do that much damage, but it's mainly like a combo extender. Corazon, I think it's fine. So I'm just saying we keep that fine right there. Then we have right gun, which is a strong block break due to it being the stronger gun. In the anime, it's told that it's literally stronger than the left gun, because this is for fast hits. This is for condensed hits. For T, I have Speed Blitz, which is after you get hit by like a melee move, you attack the opponent from all around. And then I have Kamadre, which is where you summon the Cerro Wolves we all know. I think that should be a Resurrection Segunda move more than a just base move. Because in the anime, it is actually shown as a resurrection move when he fuses with Lilynet. For Devil, I changed this around kind of a lot, because this is based off Jin from Tekken. I did some research to try to give y'all like the best possible thing. But yeah, so for the Z move, you're going to have the double face kick, which is actually a move from Tekken, where you have to hit the move once in order to hit it twice on the opponent. Because if you whiff this, I say you get stunned. Inferno is going to just be the same as we already know. Then, by the way, you're going to have Heat Gauge as a passive for this. So let's just go ahead and go to here. Boom. Passive, Heat Gauge, and then enter. Because the thing is, in Tekken you have a Heat Gauge. So let's just bring that passive over. And this would just be like a normal type of counter like you see in some resurrections, like Arrogante, for example. For T, I have Fiendish Claw, which is another move from Tekken, which is a quick guard breaking slash, which you can lead up with an uppercut if you're on Hakuda. And then Hell Dive is something I kind of made up to go with the whole vibe, because the thing is, you're supposed to have, how should I say this? Jin's ultimate move would just be a giant laser beam from his eyes all the way in the sky. I thought of putting that there, but I thought this would be a better idea, where after getting max heat gauge when you're in Segunda, you can do a whole dive bomb. Kind of similar to how Big Brother glasses are currently, but you can aim it in the sky. Think of it like, if you've ever played like Smash Bros and you know that one thing that you put together, and then you just have like that lock-on thing where you can move it around, and it kind of looks like, here, let me just draw one real quick, where it's kind of like boom, boom, and then you have like the circle. I mean, like, you have a crosshair like that, you have to have the opponent on it, and it'd be around the whole radius of the crosshair. And the final one I did was Phoenix, which I did a fireball here where you can just send a fireball at an enemy. Talon Drop, which is basically the exact same as our X move currently. Ashfall, where what you would do is you would fly straight into the sky and become a spiral of flames, and then you would dive bomb right in front of you, kind of like this. You would go up and then straight down. Set Blossom, this is the same as normal, sorry for the double text there. And then Health Flare, think of it like how Frieza would do like Supernova, where you have like a giant flame ball. So what's this giant flame ball? you would actually be able to slam it into the ground and do a big giant area of effect. That's personally what I'm thinking for this. It's kind of just speculation on what I want to hopefully happen, because I know a lot of these could use work. I am a game dev, but I'm not really a moveset maker, because I mainly just do art for games. I'm not really trying here, but in my opinion, probably the best thing here for a revamp would be Dive and Hunt. Because after you use Dive and Hunt, even if it does give you iframes, you have you basically have to stand still for like 5 seconds, or you're vulnerable for 5 seconds after using current Dive and Hunt. So I think having a move like Dive here, where you're kind of going through the ground, could honestly bring some life into it. But yeah, Shark was passive water gauge. Then you have Devil was heat gauge, Stark revamp, and Phoenix. This is all speculation. This is what I'm personally trying to speculate what they're going to change. Because it could just be a whole revamp of the moves, for all we know.